It's Miss Universe. I'm doing it. I'm doing a predictions video for y'all. I was really unsure of how I felt about doing this because, truth be told, I hated predictions videos. As a contestant, the last thing you want to hear are the rankings and misology. Misology. I call it misology, guys. Don't hate. For people who say like it doesn't affect them, it does. So full disclaimer, these can only be predictions based on what we see online, based on what we see on social media, what we read from these girls' biographies. But so much of the actual results come from how these girls interact on a day-to-day basis. How are they one-on-one with the other contestants, with the Miss Universe crew, with the hair and the makeup teams? How their presence in a room when they walk in. These are things that are really difficult to quantify from someone's social media and Instagram page. I went a little nuts. Like I made an Excel sheet and went through every single one of the girls' bios. Gave check mark boxes to girls that I felt fit the qualities and traits of what a Miss Universe should have. It can be extremely difficult to tell predictions when you don't see that side to the girls. And that's how last year everybody freaked out when certain countries didn't make it to the top 16 and countries that people didn't expect did make it. I might be one of them. And people online talk about these dark nights that came out of the blue. It's like, no, they didn't come out of the blue. They're just incredible individuals who also probably come from countries that aren't necessarily as pageant focused and don't traditionally have that track record of like, hey, these are the top running countries at Miss Universe. Keep your eye out for them. We all know which countries they are. Nobody knows Canada, except for they knew Canada more because of how great Sierra did. Like one of the most important parts is the interview. And that's something I really try to emphasize when people even ask me about pageants as a whole. Our year, we were told the interview for preliminaries accounts for 60% of the score moving forward. And the remaining 40% gets divvied up between 20 and 20 on evening gown and swimsuit. Once you go to finals, obviously then it gets like wiped. You have new judges who haven't met you before. That's where that was my heart attack. Every single one of those girls is incredible in their own way. Like just to make it to Miss Universe, everyone had to do something substantial. Everyone has to be a good person. And I have no doubt in my mind that these are competitive, aspiring, ambitious individuals who are going to go on to do incredible things. So first, how did I break this down? I mean, I went full-blown psychopath on this. I made an Excel sheet. I listed out the girls and the countries. I crept their social media because I wanted to see what they're like. One of the biggest things that I feel gets misinterpreted is this isn't a modeling competition. This isn't about who's the most beautiful and takes the most photos or has done the most campaigns. And I've said this over and over. Beauty is only the product of talented people. Every single person is beautiful, and that beauty just gets emphasized by a team of talented, creative individuals. Hair, makeup, photography, probably some Photoshop. Most important over everything else, this individual has to be genuinely nice. Not fake nice, not polite and presentable. They have to actually be a good individual and want the best for those around them. There's a reason why Pia's quote went viral in her final answer when she said, it's about being confidently beautiful with a heart. That with a heart is, no pun intended, at the heart and soul of who Miss Universe needs to be. So when you go and check a girl's social media, you can kind of get a little bit of insight into that. What do they post? What are the messages that they're trying to get across on their feed? Is it strictly beautiful photo after beautiful photo after beautiful photo? Or are there photos of them playing with kids, promoting the charities that are a part of their platform? Do they take themselves too seriously? Are they fun? Are they personable? The girls who stood out the most to me were the ones who shared not only the beautiful images, but they also did a lot of natural beauty. And that is a big shift from since IMG took over Miss Universe. That natural beauty is critical. Now it's about, okay, like who fits all these characteristics, who's a well-rounded individual that can be relatable when you bring them to events. And it's very Princess Diana to me. Again, that is very difficult to tell unless you're seeing the girls in person. Who uses their social media to promote good? Catriona does this so well. She just has the perfect balance on her social media that you can tell this is an individual who is so genuinely kind and is using it for the good. It's not a matter of, oh, who has the best social media. Whoever wins is going to get a platform of at least 1 million followers and more, and talk about it for things that are positive and to put that best face forward honestly, I truly feel needs to be a skill that these girls have. So a lot of girls, honestly, they might have been beautiful and impressed me, but the moment if I went on their social media and they didn't know how to have that skill, you're not going to be a part of my top pick. I'm sorry. If you are watching this and you didn't make the list, you have 2 weeks. Start doing that. Sorry. Tough luck. Education. Have certain degrees, but they push that forward. They talk about it. They make sure it's a part of their platform. It's just someone who is going out of their way to pursue that education, or at least educate themselves in some way. I'm personally biased to all the STEM girls out there, in shape or form, whether it be starting their own organization or just having those unique learning experiences versus the girls who use their bios in a way to strictly talk about their modeling. Everyone can be a model. Last but not least, at the end of the day, who do you want to be best friends with? Okay, without further ado, I'm going to stop talking now, but that's how I judge it as who would make for the ideal 2019 Miss Universe. 2018, 2019, I don't even know, because they're technically Miss Universe in 2019, but they're winning in 2018. I'm not going to do rankings based on order. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that because everything can change so quickly. I mean, at the end of the day, when the girls walk on stage and the judges, who all have completely different opinions, give a numbered score in the 30 seconds that she's walking on stage, anything can happen. The only numbers I'm going to give are the girls who are in my top 5. Oh, I even hate doing that. Australia. Love this girl. I think she has that perfect balance of everything I talked about on social media. She shows athleticism, healthy lifestyles. She's obviously beautiful. I mean, I'm going to say this about every single girl, by the way. So I feel like I'm going to stop saying they're beautiful because every single girl on this is beautiful. Education, Bachelor of Arts, majoring in sociology and masters in publishing. Get it, girl. She's funny on social. She has that thing I can't explain where she lights up a room and you do want to be best friends with her. Well-spoken, personable, and I think I saw the first video she posted of her runway walk, which looked really good. Colombia. Malaria Morales. She is giving me brow. Okay, so she's studying mass media in Miami. Ironic, I'm in Miami right now. And she thinks education is the key to success. I want to know more about her story because it says she worked hard for her mother and acts as a role model to her little sister. I'd like to know more about her backstory and kind of what that entailed. I mean, I'm probably just saying it because I grew up with a single mom and I know that creates certain characteristics in an individual that makes you independent, strong, you grow up quickly, you're mature. She carries herself very well for only being 20 years old. Oh, she's from Cali. Okay, so Colombia, and I'm sorry, every single year, Colombia, killer walk. She's gonna bring her A game. She's another girl that's not afraid to show the natural side of herself and put that on the internet. Costa Rica. Career in television by singing and dancing for children when she was 15 years old. Costa Rica, obviously, she's going to be very well spoken. If she makes it to the top 5, I have no doubt in my mind she's gonna nail her interview. For someone who works in communication and speak comfortably in front of cameras is another trait a Miss Universe should have. I think she would do really, really well at that. The only thing that I wish I would see more is her charitable work, her passions, because again, social media, the only thing I really see online is she's a beautiful model. Curacao. Ooh. She's a bachelor's in English education and founded her own charity. I don't know, this girl's good. She wants to work as a teacher. My bet is she's very good with kids, which I love. I don't know. Yeah, there's something about her. Not to mention, she does seem a little funny. Again, I wish I saw more of her personality in her stories. Oh, even better. It's not even for Halloween. She's dressed like Beyonce's Lemonade video. Ireland. Obviously, Ireland placed last year. Colleen was incredible. You know, when there's countries that made it the previous year, there's that additional hype. Their years kind of remind me of Sierra and I. Yeah, we might not be from pageant countries, but get back-to-back placement of girls that are just very similar. I really, really like her. Not to mention, she has a bachelor's of science. Girls in STEM. I also love the fact that her and USA are roommates, and to me, they're very similar to one another. They're amazing outgoing personalities. They're funny. They put things on Instagram. They're entertaining to watch, and you just want to be there with them. I love the girls that are putting effort into their bios. She's outlined her plan on what she wants to focus on if she wins the title, which a lot of girls may not have thought through all the way. People are focused on winning, but a lot haven't thought through what they want to do if they win the title, because a lot of times it's just in the bios. I want to make my country proud. Will wear my sash with pride. Japan. What? Has the craziest backstory if you haven't seen this. So her unique background, many challenges growing up, she was required to stop her formal education at the age of 13 and was sent to a remote island in Malaysia to survive on her own. She foraged for food in the jungle and sea. At 14, she struggled to fit in society without formal education. Can we pause there? What? And she seems really, really sweet. I have her in there because I think I would love to see more about her and know her story. Nicaragua. I met her in person. The thing I talk about where somebody has that when they walk in a room, Adriana has that. Like, you notice her, she's just a shining light. I was so fortunate enough to hang out with her a little bit when I was in Nicaragua, in Vegas as well, after the competition when I competed. So I kind of wish I was in Thailand to do the same back for her. Very sweet, very smart, super personable. She is just so good with kids. Like, her work with Operation Smile, if you could see how she interacts with, you know, these kids in person, she is confidently beautiful with a heart. Vietnam. This girl is hands down. Between her and Kenya, who have like the short hair, the unique look, like, you can only rock short hair if you are like stunning here. The number of different jobs that she has listed out on her bio. She's a hard worker, so you know she has worked for this. She's beautiful. The only thing, again though, her social media is weak. Her social media game is weak, and I'd love to see more. It was really hard for me to find videos of her speaking. She reminds me of like China last year a little bit actually too. Roxette, Miss China last year, was the cool girl out of all of us. Everyone was kind of doing the pageant styling. The heels, the dresses, the hair, the big curls. And Roxette just owned this like awesome, high fashion, edgy looks. Ooh, this red outfit. Yeah, she rock star. Oh, here's a video of her walk. Oh my God. That hip action, that runway. Oh, top 10, hands down. Again, I can't say if they're top 5 or not, because if it's the same format and the top 10, they play a video of the girl speaking. Anytime a girl has an opportunity to speak and those videos get played in the final show, like, the judges don't hear you speak except for when you talk to Steve Harvey and what gets shown in those videos. So like, I have some regrets about things that I said in my interview that I wish I focused a little bit more and I said exactly what I wanted to say and only that, because then you lose control on what the judge's first impression is of you. Honestly, I think Vietnam placing in the top 5 will depend on that video, and I have no idea how she speaks. Oh, I love her though. Philippines. Catriona. She's got the total package. Since I saw the first photo when she won and she had that earring kind of going around the back, I sound like I have the biggest girl crush on her. She's so friendly. She's sweet. She shows off photos of her natural beauty. Has this balance of looking super sexy and then being cute and sweet and relatable, no makeup. She's crazy prepared. Like, you can just tell, like, the team she's worked with, she knows exactly her styling, her dresses. But then she has photos where she has fun with her fans, with kids. She's got a master's certificate in music theory. And again, you know, you have people who might say, oh, I just, you know, I love music and I'm a musician, but she actually went through the effort to go and get a master's in that. So once again, promoting a girl who believes in education and will promote that. I'm not going to be surprised if she wins this. Yeah. And she's got a unique look to her too. South Africa. Again, a country that you wouldn't necessarily think of for pageants, but like, this very well could be a back-to-back for South Africa. Honestly, I would be so happy for Demi. How many back-to-backs have happened? I'll have to Google that later. Same thing. Her Instagram is so well-rounded. She's fun. She's a model, obviously. She's beautiful. She also balances that sexy and being natural kind of thing. She's very fun. She's well-spoken. I like her. I like her. Spain. She is such a positive role model. If someone has that thing that makes their story, or is she automatically going to place because her story is transgender? No, she's an awesome role model and she's beautiful. Well, she uses her social media to start and spark conversations, which is exactly what I want to see in a winner. Like, not only watch out for her at Miss Universe, but like in life. I see her 100% in the finals because the timing of this conversation, following Victoria's Secret's CCO having made comments about overweight and transgendered individuals will not ever walk in the show because it's supposed to be a fantasy. And I'm paraphrasing. So more than ever, to see her do well after comments like that were a little offensive and hurtful, to say the least. Yeah. Canada, obviously. You guys think I'm not going to put my own home country in the top? Who you kidding? Obviously, pro women in STEM, biomedical engineering technology program. So fun fact, Marta was actually my roommate the year I won. I got to know Marta really well. So it's kind of funny. I'm really happy to see she's having this opportunity. Thailand. Oh, I just love her. I got to meet her this past summer at a women's gala. Radiates, shines, super cool. She's got a degree in finance with honors. She's smart, she's beautiful, she's well-dressed, just incredibly sweet. I definitely see Thailand up there. USA. Yo, USA is taking the world by storm. She reminds me of myself. A lot of people said I'm not your standard pageant girl. And you know, when you hold interviews, you're not, here's why this is wonderful. No, she comes out there and she's like, I'm gonna tell you like it is. This is how it is. She's personable. On top of that, you know, she got 2 separate degrees while she was working 2 part-time jobs. A genuinely good person. When social media game's on point, she also puts a lot of like, you know, those inspirational quotes because she knows who she wants to impact. She's not putting photos of, she's putting photos of, hey, here's this adorable little girl. I just see USA as a new era for pageants. But at the same time, if she doesn't win, she still tours with Miss Universe. She interacts with her, and I think no matter what, she's gonna be like a dynamic duo with the girl who does win, and these girls are gonna like slay. That's who I think will do well based on what I can see online. Again, guys, don't hate me if I didn't say your country because there are so many dark nights. I can't see what these girls are like in person. There are so many good girls this year, and I'm getting so excited for all of them. As more and more time passes, I keep adding on to this video when I should have just like organized it properly the first time. India and Kenya are also on Swatch. I would like to see them in the top, and I feel like I can see them in the top. India's got a killer walk. If you saw her evening gown walk when she competed for Miss India, and then Kenya is just cute. She's more cute than sexy, but you know, that's okay. Like, there are a lot of girls that are like that. Some of the most beautiful and unique. I'm just trying to edit this video. I don't know how I missed Venezuela. I love this girl. Also be in the top 5, top 3, or win it. Checks the education box because she plans on being a lawyer and is in her final year. Beautiful girl, bubbly, personable. One of the most important things about this girl is when I ask the former contestants, what do you think about your current winner? That is a huge indicator to me as to whether or not that girl may or may not deserve a spot in the top 16. When I ask Casey about her, the immediate reaction is, yes, I love her. She's amazing. I cried when I crowned her. That is a quote, I kid you not. And this girl just skyrocketed in my personal rankings based on that message alone and how confidently and quickly Casey said that. My top 5 are currently, based on what I can see online, Philippines, Australia, Venezuela, Vietnam, South Africa. Between those girls, oh my god, and Colombia? What about Colombia? She speaks so well too. Okay, that's my loose guess, guys. Don't hold me to that. I think I'm gonna make like one final predictions after I watch prelims. But that interview's a killer. Finals night, Casey and I are probably gonna watch the show together and do a little like viewing party. Last thing I want to say, unrelated to the pics, be nice to the girls online. Just remember that these are human beings going through such a stressful time and they've prepared so hard. If you see some haters commenting on some of the girls, just do the opposite. You know how Beyonce's got her beehive? When all the shade about Becky came down, everybody just went and started putting like bee emojis on like who they thought Becky's account was. Do that, but like reverse. So it's like with love. So if you see someone's getting like a little bit of heat, go, give them love. Go there. Yeah, I want to hear who you guys think is going to win.